team in the country, the Liberty Flames, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive play, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff. And
looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Liberty's offense will go to work for the first time. And it's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer. But one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David has worked so hard for this moment, too. Put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't...
Breaks into the open. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So the offense is going to go for it. Down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Buying some time as he moves left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really...
Touchdown, Flames! Quick strike through the air for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Liberty!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Encroachment defense. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. from the gun to give, looking for room. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, and they finally get him down after the big pick out at the 25. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers, getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light as soon as he got the snap. Off they go, and it's an explosive play.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Dead center perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. And the Flames will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Street. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sharp. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Oh, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
Grabbed in the middle. It's coming. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. 3rd down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Makes the quick grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He turns that loose down the right side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
Dropping back, it's Street. Pocket breaking down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Flames will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Flames didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. He caught it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Flames want to move quickly. They'll run it. Touchdown, Flames. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Street. Quickly complete. Oh, what a move. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Liberty. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. Got room on the return. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great... You're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Came through like a shot and knocked for a loss of 5.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking it'd be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run, and they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here comes the heat. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Fed smelled that one out from the beginning. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off play action. Pressure is... And the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense changing the play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The run to the left. Still running at the 40. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And we've got to start our report by shouting out that quarterback. My man was dropping dimes like a bank robber, one after another, right on the money, spreading the wealth. Are you picking up on the theme here, people? Long ways to go, I know. But if this continues, that young man is going to be cashing in more ways than one. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Bringing the heat. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Rice is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace.
quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Street. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the Flames headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on third down. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Got him downfield. Turning it on. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Flames have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it, finding open areas. And runs through another one. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Flames come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the air, it's Street. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's Freeman. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Looking for room at the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Flames come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a...
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you and recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
The give out of the gun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The hand to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw at Street. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Flames.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Handoff from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. And the Flames moving quickly to the line. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Use the play fake, now to throw. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were like...
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. Get the...
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Street. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Cooper. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical, they dominated.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. So this offense can capitalize off the desperate 4th down attempt and failure, and they can pad their lead. Buys a little extra time. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? Wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. He might want another play. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Liberty! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
42, South Carolina, 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start.